What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to a brand new series here on my channel. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I'm going to think of a name, get back to you on that one, but essentially this is going to be a new series here on my channel where we go through every team in the Premier League and I attempt to replicate their starting 11 tactics within Football Manager. Leave a download link for you in the description and you guys can go and try them out and let me know how you get on with them. So the first episode is going to be Arsenal. I'm going to be going through these in alphabetical order, starting with Arsenal and ending with Wigan. I also apologise for the fact I've not got badges. This is the first video recorded on my new computer, and as a result I've not had time to get all the club badges sorted, all the face packs sorted, so my game looks really bare and terrible at the moment. But anyway, let's get straight into this. So as I said, Arsenal first. Arsenal, and I guess any team really, do mix up their tactics. So most of these tactics will be the tactic which I see most consistently used by them. I mean, I have got a few resources I'm going to look at these as well to double check everything. So this anyway is the team that Arsenal used against Bayern Munich when they won away 2-0. So what we've got here is we've got I guess a 4-2-3-1. But you'll see there's a big attacking emphasis on Podolski, Cazorla and Giroud to get up, and then you've got Walcott hanging on the wing. So we'll start off right at the back. We've just got Szczesny, pretty standard goalkeeper. At the back I've gone with Koscielny and Mertesacker, just both on the defensive roles. You can use coverer and stopper. I actually did a video all about that, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. However, I tend to use that more when I've got an anchor man in place to give them a little bit of extra coverage, and because we are playing with a fairly aggressive midfield, for that reason, just going to stick them both on defence. We've then got Jenkinson on Gibbs on left back and right back. If I just go and look at their instructions, the only real change to this is they're on support, but rather than their mentality being right up here on support, it's a little bit more defensive. So they won't get up too much, but they will provide some support to the, I guess, Arteta and Ramsey when necessary. But I don't know, with this formation without the real defensive midfielder, just going to have them hold back slightly on their runs. We've then got Arteta in the back, who's at the back of the midfield, who is going to be providing the most support for, I guess, the midfield here, playing as a defensive centre mid. He's got to check the runs of Podolski and Cazorla and make sure he fills in that gap that they leave there. His job is fairly important, and I guess if you're going to try this with another team, this is one of the positions where you do need to have a really strong player here. Otherwise you are going to have a big gap left when Cazorla and Podolski perhaps commit to an attack and you hit on the counter. We then got Ramsey, a deep line playmaker, offering the creative outlet for the squad. Again, you just need a really good creative player here. He doesn't necessarily need to have the best defensive stats, even though he is playing on the defence philosophy. The defence kind of mentality is more so he hangs back rather than bombing it up and leaving Arteta on his own. So moving on to the midfield, and I guess this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I've elected to go with two inside forwards here. We're going with Podolski and Cazorla. This makes it almost a 4-3-3 when we're on the attack. These two guys are going to commit, and this means that we have a nice little attacking trio. And one worry that I always have when playing with one up top is that he's going to be left a bit, I guess, isolated out on his own. And so by playing with two inside forwards, it really gives us that support that Giroud needs. So they're just two bog standard inside forwards. We then have Theo Walcott here, who is going to be the primary source of any wing play. Again, just a really pacey winger, works well here. Interestingly, on the latest update, his preferred formation is a striker. However, for this, we will be going with him as a winger. He himself also has a few things tweaked for his individual role. He's going to be crossing the ball a little bit less often than he would be, hugging the touchline and aiming for the far post. The whole reason for hugging the touchline is I don't really want him cutting inside. I want him to really be on this area here, using his place, exploiting the flank when we have the ball on this left hand side, because it's going to draw a lot of defenders over to cover the Cazorla, Podolski and Giroud, I guess, attacking threat. And then when he gets the ball, aiming for the far post, because that's where a lot of the traffic's going to be in the back trio. And then finally we have Giroud up front, and this is, although he's set a poacher, this is kind of, I don't know, this is something I saw an FM blog cover a while ago, and I like to call it a lazy poacher. I can't remember what I guess forum it was or what blog it was, but we'll just cover it really quickly. Basically, this is Yuru playing the poacher role. However, he's got roam from position on, and he's got closing down rather than in everywhere to his own area. Basically, what this means is he really is going to sit on the back four and just roam and try and find an opening somewhere between the centre backs and the full backs, and it works really well. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Quick introduction to this series. I'm going to be doing Aston Villa next, as that's the next one in alphabetical order. You can expect these videos fairly frequently, as they're not too hard to do. And other than that, guys, it's me, Jack. If you've enjoyed the new series and you want to see more, leave a like button. It's a good way for me to, I guess, gauge how this series is received. And other than that, guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.